Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Folks, Master Duel has announced a brand new selection pack, Future Begins Zero. Confirmed support for Sky Striker, Lunalight, Monarch, ONOMAT, and of course, Eclipse Twins. Fucking finally they gave Ryzeal Eclipse Twins after they nerfed it again with the latest ban list. Anywho, so obviously Master Duel is kind of just insane at the moment. As you know, Mitsurugi dropped, and well, everyone has now been experiencing effective Habikiri in hand, summon Saji, Saji get ritual, do all that stuff. However, there is one sleeper deck with the recent hits to Ryzeal, and of course, it's one of my personal favorite decks, ONOMAT Ryzeal. So, folks, I'm brought to you. This is specifically a Master Duel version of this list. Here, because of how the hits are, it's similar to the OCG, right? They have 3 ice, but they only have 1 sword and 1 X there. Not only that, but 7 Tachyons also hit to where they only got 1. They also got 1 bonfire. Things like that. And of course, Maxi, of course, they also hit Called By. Droll, I believe, is going to 2, so as a matter of fact, let me just... Perfect! There we go. It's like it never changed, right? So, understandably so, this deck, for me, is, while Mitsurugi Ryzeal is insane, I think this deck is very sleeper, right? So, now, let's go over the card by card, obviously. So we got 3 Ash Blossom, you have to because of Max C, 3 Fu, 2 Droll, 1 Nibiru, the primary being, because we are searching off of Gallant Granite. Of course, Mitsurugi can do other stuff by using Gallant Granite. You can search also down a Cephalo. 1 Call By, 1 Cross Out, of course, as the non-engine. Now, because it's still technically a Malice format, because I do think Malice probably still will be the best deck in the game, you could put 3 Lances in instead of the Drolls and the Nibiru, and then play a different rank 4 here instead of Gallant Granite. Now, for the ONOMAT cards, so, because it is confirmed Utopic Future Zexo is a UR, you kind of do want to play more starters for Ryzeal, because you only have 7 Ryzeal names, right? So, with Duelist Advance, funny enough, they started all the Duelist Advance stuff, but they skipped the last, like, White Force support back in Alien. They hate that fucking deck, dude, I'm telling you. So, first and foremost, the main cover theme for Duelist Advance was ONOMATs, and Utopia by extension. So, of course, all of Yuma's classic monsters got retrained. This came out in Doom Dimensions, but we are under the presumption that ONOMAT Kage will be there as well, because when they dropped Mimigul, Mitsurugi, they all had their second waves of support. They also dropped, oh god, Blue Eye. When they dropped Blue Eyes, we also got 3 Kaiba Men, right? So, I think the deck, will be getting ONOMAT Kage. If not, I do think you have to play an additional Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat and another Gambara Knight in this instance if ONOMAT Kage is in there, but it is most likely in there. They have been just giving, like, any main cover theme decks just all their support at once, that way they don't have to constantly keep coding it in. 3 Dodo Warrior. You can send a Dodo monster from your deck to the graveyard, circular. It's basically circular, but for ONOMATs, right? You send a Dodo monster from your deck to the graveyard, either Glove or ONOMAT Kage, where it is always treated as all 4 archetypes. It becomes level 4, and its attack goes to 1800, but then you are locked from the extra deck except Xyz, and then when it's detached from the Xyz monster to activate the monster's effect, you get a Zubaba monster from your deck to your hand. Now, understandably, this has to be detached for cost, not effect, so you don't get your search if you detach Dodo Warrior off a Dual Drive, for example. 3 Go Goblin Bird. When it's normal summon, you can special summon a non-warrior Go monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. All the Go-Go's besides, I think, Ghost or Rocks, which is why this is non-warrior, and of course, Utopic Onomatopoeia. And then if it's in attack, you switch it to defense, and then you are locked from the extra deck as well, except Xyz monsters. And then if it's detached from Xyz monster to activate that monster's effect, you can add a Dodo monster from your deck to your hand. Obviously, like, this is, and these two are amazing starters on their own. Yes, Goblinberg uses its normal, just like how the OG one is, but in the event that you don't have ice in your hand, because that is Ryzeal's main normal, of course, Goblinberg serves just as well, because he gets you that full combo as well. 2 ONOMAT Kage, it is always treated as one of the, as all 4 archetypes, and if you control one of the 4 archetypes, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard, but then banish it when it leaves the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, return up to 2 Xyz monsters from your graveyard to your deck. So not only does this help you with recursion, but you can put back, say, a spent Detonator and Dual Drive. Pretty good. Or a spent Aggregator, right? Or your Clips Twist. That's really good. 1 Zubaba Bounce Gagaga Coat. If you control a Zubaba or Gagaga monster with this card's in your hand, you can special summon this card, and you can target a Go-Go-Go or Dodo monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and then you're locked into the extra Xyz. He's a pretty good extender here. There are some hands where you might open up U and U. That's fine, because you can go normal this, special it, or if you have one of these two dudes and then ONOMAT Kage, that still gets you the combo from there, right? Because you can just special summon itself. 1 Gagaga Gambara Knight. You can reveal a Gagaga monster from your extra deck, in this case, either Girl or Magician. And then you can special summon it, and then you can summon either a Gagaga monster from your hand, or you can change the battle position of one monster in the field. If Bagooska didn't get banned like 2 or 3 months ago, right? Gagaga Gambara Knight was an out to Bagooska. Funny enough, because this is the effect that resolves in the hand, right? Bagooska will not negate Gambara Knight's effect. Dodo Dwarf Gagaga Glove, probably like the worst brick here, except you. But he can summon the Zubaba or Gagaga monster from your hand. And if it's in the graveyard while you control your Go-Go-Go or Dodo Monster, you can special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. Doesn't matter, because when it becomes Xyz material, it forgets that all of those effects. And then when you topic Onomatopoeia, usually this is just an extra name to summon off of Gambara Knight, or if you say have this, you can activate its effect to summon from hand. If it gets negated, guess what? They idiots, because you probably have these dudes to help extend off of you, right? And of course your Ryzeal cards, 3 Ice, 1 Sword, 1 X, because that is the latest ban list, I believe, where you have only 1 copy of these each. Ice, obviously, when normal summon, you can get a Ryzeal from your deck except itself. Sword gets a Light Pyro, which is what Ice and X is. And X, when normal special summon. And you control no other phase of monsters except level 4 rank 4 monsters. Stop cheating. You get out a Fire Thunder monster from your deck to your hand. We have 1 Node. He's here to help just extend, just an extra name to search. And then 1 Star, usually being special summoned off of Ice. Star can set your Ryzeal spell traps from your deck to your hand. Most notably, we are setting Cross from this, right, which is which is the field spell. 1 Bonfire, because we we need an extra starter. 3 Onomatopoeia. You can send a card from your hand to the graveyard. Add up to 2 of these monsters from your deck to your hand, but you cannot add 2 for the same category. 1 Zubaba, 1 Gagaga, 1 Go-Go-Go, and 1 Dodo. 1 ONOMAT pickup. When this card's activated, you can add an ONOMAT card from your deck to your hand, para, and then you can target a Zubaba, Gagaga, Go-Go-Go, or Dodo monster you control. All monsters you control become that monster's level to the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. So there are some ways where you can use Bancho, bring back Dodo Warrior, and then use Pickup's effect to make Dodo Warrior level 4 again. 1 Call by 1 Cross out because the Max C is still around. 1 Cross. 1 Unbreakable Xyz Barrier. It's just Infernity Barrier. 1 Grave Digger's Trap Hole. Now there are some. Now the ONOMAT variant provides flexibility to your end board. You can run almost any rank 4 that you want in this game. You can run obviously Trap Tricks Rafflesia, which can send a detached material from this card and send a whole normal trap that meets its activation conditions from your deck to the graveyard. And this effect becomes a trap effect. So, say if they have Nibiru but you don't have Cross, well, Gravedigger's Trap Hole can be activated to negate Nibiru, Flick 2000, and then you have hand knowledge like, okay, they had Nibiru. Also can stop Droll, also can stop Ash, Max C, anything of the sorts, right? And then for the extra deck, Utopic Future Zexo, one of the main UR cards. It's always treated as rank 1 and gains attack and defense equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters you control and your opponent's graveyard. So if you're placing the mirror, they send Aggregator, for example, right? That's an extra 4,500 attack right there. Your opponent cannot target monsters. Your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks except this one, and then your opponent also cannot target other cards on the field with card effects. So meaning it has the biggest target on its back. You want to be sure that if you don't end on UDF, you can end on this dude. That way, the rest of your Ryzeal board is protected, right? Your detonator won't get impermed, or say Metatronus, Duo Drive, for example, won't get destroyed by something. And then once per turn, when your opponent activates a card and effect on the field, you attach a material from this card, Snatch Steal, and then for the rest of this turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, which is pretty good. When the F-Zero Topic Future, if we're not summoning him, we're not having this guy on the end board because we're summoning this guy and then ranking him on top to UDF. UDF is a monster negate that cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. Also is Snatch Steal, mind you, but as long as the monster is on the field, you gain control of it. One Gaga Gaga Girl, if it has one of the ONOMAT cards from your as material, you detach a material from this card, add one Gaga Gaga, ONOMAT, or Xyz card from your deck to your hand, and then if it's used for the Topic Future Xyz monster, Future Zexal, it gains this attack or effect. Sorry. If this card's Xyz summoned, this card makes its second attack during each battle phase. This is mandatory, by the way, don't forget. One Gaga Gaga Magician is generic as well, like Gaga Gaga Girl. You can target Xyz monster in your graveyard, special summon but gains effects. And then if it is used as a Topic Future Xyz monster, it gains this effect. During the main phase, you can attach 2 materials from this card, targeting Xyz monster control. Until the end of this turn, changes attack to 4K, but also negates effects. This one doesn't matter at all. This one does in some cases. One Gallic Granite because I am playing one single Nibiru to search. As a matter of fact, let me put 2. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Like it never happened, right? We put 2 because we are playing cross out, so we gotta run a second Nibiru, right? But Gallic Granite does detach for cost. You add a rock monster, Nibiru, and this triggers your ONOMAT cards. Infernal Flame Banshee, let's say you open 0 Ryzeal cards, right? Well, ONOMATs can get you to the Infernal Flame Banshee. You take a power monster from your deck to your hand, Ice, X, or Star, and then add it to your hand and send it to the graveyard. If the card is banished, you control a Pyro monster. Special summon this card, and if you do, it gains attack equal to the number of currently banished monsters times 100. This doesn't really matter that much. I mean, there's some like funny scenarios where you can banish this, summon it, and then get it, send it off a node, but never comes up. Finally, we got Eclipse Twins. Now, the thing about Eclipse Twins is that there was a variant of this build where you would use Evil Swarm or Ouroboros to hand rip your opponent for like 3 cards, because Eclipse Twins was able to summon it back, of course, and Ouroboros was not once per turn. However, they banned Ouroboros, but we finally got Eclipse Twins, so I'm not going to talk about the Ouroboros loop. Now, for this card's Xyz summon, you can treat rank 4 monsters you control as level 4 monsters. 4 material. Attach a material from this card. This card gets 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. If it's sent to the graveyard, doesn't matter how, target 2 other rank 4 or lower Xyz monsters in your graveyard. Special summon one of them and attach the other to it as material. This is amazing, by the way, right? Because if they out detonator, right? They out detonator, Eclipse Twins can bring it back, which is insane, you know. Or if they out one of your UDFs, you know, Twins can bring it back. You know, you get your Utopic Draco Future back online, right? Now understand, its negate is not once per turn or a hard once per turn. It's a soft once per turn. So you can detach Twins again to get a second monster negate. Ryzeal Detonator needs no introductions. Mr. Transformer is a cracked up version of Zodiac Trident. Ryzeal Duo Drive is generic, unlike Detonator, where Duo Drive can detach 2 monsters two materials for a monster you control, and then add two Ryzeal cards with different names for your deck to your hand. Now this does detach as part of its effect, and because of that, it won't trigger your ONOMAT cards. One Star Leech Photon Blast Dragon, say that 20 times fast. Now, the reason we are playing this is that it just helps strengthen our end board. While this exceeds summon monsters on the field, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with 2,000 or more attack with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So, if you don't know, Luna Light has the Luna Light Liger Dancer is a Towers. That is a Raigeki. I am gonna try to run this because, well, you're gonna need to eventually. One Mirror Logic Aggregator. This is the Extend, right? It's very good breaking boards, of course. X. There is one other Xyz monster that you can use. Valon, the Super Sky Blaster, where if it sends to the graveyard, you target a face-on card on the field and destroy it. However, the thing with Valon is that we don't know if we're getting it in this selection pack. If we do, you could run that over Aggregator, but it is, of course, comes down to preference. Or you could just not play Orphlesia and just play this dude instead, right? Now, folks, I always got combos for you. Come on now. So first and foremost, this is just off of Dodo Warrior, and one discard, right? I'm using Duel as the example here. So here we're gonna declare Dodo Warrior, send out a Monokage to special summon it, and then I get to special summon on Monokage from my graveyard. And guess what? I'm gonna overlay these two. Guess who? It's Gaga Gaga Girl, and Gaga Gaga Girl can get me an automatic card from my deck to my hand, which is gonna be pickup. Dodo Warrior will then trigger. Get myself a Zubaba Bancho, Gaga Coat, and then I'm going to activate Pickup, which gets me an Automata Para. This is where the Droll comes in. I'm going to pitch it as cost, right? Now, before I get to that, right, I'm going to go Bancho in hand, the special summon, since I control a Gaga monster. From here, I'm going to activate Bancho, target Dodo Warrior, bring it back, and then I'm going to activate Automata Pickup, target Bancho, and then we're making both him and all level 4 again. I'm going to overlay these two. Guess who? I'm now further insulated from hand traps here. Traptrix Orphlesia will negate any monster affecting the hand because I send Gravedigger's Trap Hole, so I'm not going to be feared of Ash, or I'm not going to be feared of Droll. If they Drolled at any point here, your turn's done. But besides that, if they decide to Droll on the res of Para, you do have protection off of it. And of course, they can't imperm it because it's unaffected by trap effects while it has material. So from here, we're going to go Para. I'm going to pitch that Droll on Lockbird, right? I'm going to get a Go Goblinberg and Gaga Gumbara Knight. From here, I'm going to go Goblinberg on the normal, like bring out Dwarf Go Glove, and then root this bad boy in the defense because that's part of its effect. Here, I'm going to go Gaga Gumbara Knight. I'm going to reveal Magician in my extra and then special summon it. From here, I'm going to overlay Gumbara Knight and Gloves in order to make Infernal Flame Banshee. From here, I'm going to activate the effect of Banshee, detach this Gumbara Knight, get myself Star Ryzeal. This will come important in a second. So from here, Gumbara Knight will then trigger. I guess I just forgot to trigger Gumbara Knight, but Gumbara Knight will trigger, getting myself a Go monster, so I should have another Goblinberg in my hand. Oh well. But from here, I'm going to overlay both Banshee and Girl and make Utopic Future and Utopic Draco Future. So I'm even further insulated from my plays. From here, I'm going to activate Glove effect in my graveyard. Since I control a Go Dodo monster, I can special summon it. And then I'm going to overlay these two to make, guess who? Duo Dry! Ladies and gentlemen, generic rank 4s. We love it, guys. From here, we're going to go Duo Drive effect. I'm going to detach Bancho from my Orphlesia because I'm only ever going to need one from it, right? And then Gaga Girl from my UDF in order to get X'd and Sword. This keeps material from my Duo Drive because from here I can go detach off a Duo Drive, the special star, and then star is going to set the field spell cross. I'm going to activate the cross. Dueling Book doesn't have an option to set exact to your field spell, to my knowledge. We're going to special this sword. Sword's going to get that light pyro. We're going to get that ice. And then from here, I'm going to special this X by sending Eclipse Twins. Folks, we love it, right? Now we're going to go overlay these two right here. in order to make Detonator. Detonator's effect can attach that Eclipse Twin, so in the event that he dies, he's going to get brought back. From here, we're going to special this Ice Ryzeal. By sending this ONOMAT pickup, it has served its purpose. From here, I'm going to overlay these two, and I'm going to make a Star Leech Photon Blast Dragon. So, your opponent is staring down whatever monster effect that they didn't activate on my turn, from a Flesia, a 3-mat, or a potential 5-mat Detonator. Right, my entire board is protected from targeting, because mostly from targeting, not you, but you're protected from targeting, you're protected from targeting, you're protected from targeting. He's technically not protected by targeting, but say, for example, you made Utopic Features Exo here. Instead, everything else is targeting, right? So these Utopic Exo Future protects this dude, and this dude protects this dude because he gains attack. So if you made UZF instead, he would gain well, folks, 16 times 500 comes out to 8,000 attack, and they are forced to attack him. So it is a very scary board. And mind you, this was off of one Dodo Warrior. One single Dodo Warrior. You still have 3 cards in your hand. This is a crazy end board to look down on. Yes, we got 6 cards in the extra deck, but we do have ONOMAT Kage to put cards back, of course, so I'm not too worried about it. And I also didn't go through the Gallant Granite, where I can use Granite, getting a Nibiru, of course, but there's this. Now, there is I do got one other replay to go for you. Folks, again, this just is off of one Dodo Warrior. Now, we're going to do the whole shindig, right? From here, I'm going to send that ONOMAT Kage. Summon Dodo Warrior. Folks, we're going to bring back Kage, and we're going to do the whole shabam again, right? Go Gaga Gaga Girl. Going to get ourselves pickup by detaching Dodo Warrior. And then from here, we're going to get Zubaba Bancho Gaga Gaga. It's the same kind of deal, right? Right, we get Para, Bancho. Bancho gets Warrior. From here, we are going to make them level 4s, and we do have Infernal Flame Banshee, right? Now, in this scenario, I'm not getting any of my Ryzeals. Oh, you know where this is going. Folks, we're going to overlay these two. Before I do anything crazy, of course, we're going to make Utopic Future into Utopic Draco Future. ONOMAT pair. I'm going to pitch this Ash Blossom, folks. I'm going to get this Gaga Gambara Knight and Goblinberg. From here, Gambara Knight is going to special summon itself. And I'm going to normal this Goblinberg, folks. But Goblinberg, you know who he's bringing out. I'm bringing back this ONOMAT Kage. We're going to overlay these two. Don't forget he goes to defense. But we're going to overlay these two. I'm going to make a duo drive. I'm going to detach this Banshee and this Kage, right? Or to get Star Ryzeal and Sword Ryzeal. From here, we're going to detach Gaga Girl in order to special summon Star Ryzeal, and then I am permanently locked into rank 4 monsters for the rest of this turn. Star Ryzeal is going to set Cross. We're going to go Special Sword. Sword's going to get ourselves X'd. And then from here, we're going to go ONOMAT Kage in Graveyard. I'm going to banish it to return up to 2 Xyz monsters from my graveyard. So I have Girl and Banshee in grave, right? So we're going to put those 2 back. And then from here, I'm going to overlay these 2. I'm going to put them right there, right? I'm going to make a Gallant Granite. Gallant Granite, I'm just going to detach this Gambara Knight. I'm going to get into Nibiru, right? And hear me out on this. Right? Nemesis Flag, I'm going to target one of my banished monsters. Right? I'm going to special summon him, and then he gets shuffled back. See you later, bud. Oops. I hit the wrong button. My bad. He gets shuffled back. Nemesis Flag gets a Nemesis monster from my deck to my hand. Now, what I'm getting is Arch Nemesis Protos. Folks, Arch Nemesis Protos reads, cannot be normal summoner set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing three or more, or three different monsters with different attributes in your graveyard and or face-up field. Right? Cannot be destroyed by card effects. You could declare one monster attribute on the field. Destroy all monsters on the field with that attribute. And also, until the end of the next turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that attribute. Yeah, we're Protos locking, baby. You already know. So, we're gonna... Once we get my Protoss, I'm gonna banish this flag because it's a fire, Gumball not because it's a light, and Boncho because it's an earth. Surprise, surprise, here we are. Protoss, declare dark. And now, my opponent is unable to summon dark monsters. Understand, Lunaline's gonna be running rampant because of the towers, and Malice is still gonna be running rampant. The only other deck that might, will still see some sort of relevance. The only thing I can't imagine would be Christian, because Christian does not care about fucking Protoss, right? But here, I'm gonna send Eclipse Twins right to summon Special X, and then I'm gonna overlay these two to make Detonator, attached twins. Folks, this is quite the end board, so understand, again, this is off of one Dodo Warrior and a discard, and you searched in the bureau. You search the bureau of the course of your combo. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Few more things before I go. The difference between Mitsurugi. Oh, that's the other deck, Mitsurugi. You call Dark into Mitsurugi so they can't do much against it, right? But a few things. So what ONOMAT brings to Ryzeal specifically is flexibility, right? The deck can turbo out any Xyz monsters that you want because of how ONOMAT plays. They have access to 1 to 12 or even the rank 13 Raid Raptor towers, right? You could do that if you want. You could also hard make Zeus, Typhon, you can make rank 6s, anything that you like. But obviously they excel more in 4s, obviously because Utopia's a 4. So you can run things like, you can run whatever rank 4 you think you might need. Stuff like Tornado Dragon, you can run Exciton Knight. We can't run Abyssal because he's banned, but understandably so. This deck provides a lot of flexibility, while Mitsurugi provides a much higher ceiling, of course. I believe that's how it was. I don't know. Anywho, the deck's also fun. Do note that you will be pissing yourself off. You will be pissing yourself off. Just because saying these names, right? Don't get me wrong. It takes a bit that you'll get used to these names eventually, right? Like saying Gagaga Gambara Knight or Dodo Warrior, you'll get used to them eventually. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.